Hey guys, Anya here. We are back for episode 2 of season 2 of The Witcher. Last episode caught us back up with most of the gang as Geralt and Ciri stumble upon the aftermath of the battle between the sorcerers and Nilfgaard and that whole thing. And he learns about Yennefer's supposed fate as Tissa is trying to figure out what happened to Yennefer. And so far, they just presume she's dead. And this news reaches Geralt as he comes to her house and he comes in contact with her. And he moves on, grieving in his own way, believing she is in fact dead. As we know as the viewers, she is not. She has been taken prisoner and by Nilfgaard and is on her way north, south to Nilfgaard, whichever. I don't really remember the lay of the land right now. As that group gets ambushed at the tail end of the episode, the bulk of it spending a lot of time with Tiss trying to figure out, information on what Nilfgaard's plans are, what they're trying to do, and again, trying to get information on what happened to Yennefer. And Geralt and Ciri moving on. They come across an abandoned town, which according to Geralt was brimming with life before. It's a town that usually never sleeps. No dogs, no nothing sounding from anything around there. So something's a little bit amiss. So they take refuge at a friend of his that lives nearby in a little bustling mansion to learn his friend's been cursed and is housing this creature known as a Bruxer, who is the reason that the town is now currently empty, as he's developed this relationship with this creature. And we get this lovely story of Ciri just kind of learning and interacting with the greater world, getting to experience a little bit of a different perspective on the Witchers, and as well she kind of gets to know and warm up to Geralt a little bit and some of the friends that he tends to keep, as well as getting her eyes open to a little bit of the way the world works outside of her kingdom. There's a lot of dancing in the grays of this episode, particularly like with perception, with the Witchers themselves being mutants, being cast aside, being used to help people, but something that people fear and hate. And then monsters who innately just are adhering to their nature. And, what makes a monster horrific or whatever, diving into some morality throughout the episode. It was some fun back and forth, some great moments with Geralt and Ciri, and it was a really fun episode. Again, the show's keeping up its reputation that it built with me in the last season, with its monster design, the creature design, the effects and all that, with this Bruxer, his transformation, the way it moves, as well as his friend. I don't remember friend's name, but the boar dude. That mix and match of prosthetics and CGI was just really, really well done. And I'm excited to see where they go from here. They're on their way to Kaer Morhen, and I'm excited to see our old friend Vesemir in the present day, because we got to know him, at least I got to know him for the first time, not through the games, not through the books, but from the Nightmare of the Wolf anime prequel that they released, that, from what I've been told, is canon to the Netflix show. Not necessarily books or the movie or the games or anything like that, but at least to the show. So I'm curious to see and meet back up with that character there. But guys, just like before, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, you just need to sync it up with your own time code, and you can follow along the entire reaction to the full-length episode over on Patreon, or if become a member on the channel gets you access as well, because I do have to trim these down to 10 minutes in order for them to be on YouTube, and that's these are an hour-long episodes. That does leave some stuff on the cutting room floor at the end of the day. It's just one of the ways you can help support us over here, help us work towards branching out into some other content, exposing ourselves to some things maybe we wouldn't typically dive into. But, of course, I know not everybody can do that, and a simple way to support the channel is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the videos, because YouTube will see that engagement and promote it to more people. That all being said, and down out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and dive into Episode 2, Kaer Morhen. I guess we're there. Here we go. Flashback. Or a dream.
I was only at the market, Yen.
Yeah, dream.
One way to grow old together. You, me, and her.
Oh, hello. Yennefer's dream. This has to be Yennefer's dream.
Pretty dream.
Or is this a spell? Oh my god.
Give her to me. She's ours.
Okay, just a nightmare. So who took them captive? So we're gonna have to figure that out along with them. Those ballistas attached to ropes. Not Nilfgaardian though, but probably because she was with them, ended up being targeted as well.
We're moving away from Sintra.
Finally, an honest response.
Hey! Elves.
Nilfgaard's fight is with the northern kingdoms, not with the elves. Set us free. And we promise to grant you
This one was a captive of Nilfgaard. I'm also an elf. Istredwak Makirim Yin
Yeah.
Once we find what we're looking for, we ship their heads back to Aretusa as a reminder of elven glory.
Bravo. Good talk. Not bad.
This is your home. How many did you say there were?
I didn't.
There's a great many things he doesn't say.
You're sure we're safe here?
Keep up.
Big old skeleton right there.
Didn't only made a fucking entrance. Who's back?
Wolf, you're home.
There he is.
So, there I am, freezing my bollocks off in the middle of a grain.
So like, why is Geralt like, unlike everybody else? Like, they're not like, they don't have like the yellow eyes that he has, the hair, or as pale as he is. Like, there's definitely like something unique to Geralt. Like, is there a reason to that? Like, is he like some different race or blend? Or was he just sickly when he was turned or something? I don't know.
Who's ready?
You all right? I look like the hell shit.
Who the hell are you?
Princess Cirilla of Sintra. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, we're getting a different badge emblem at the start of each episode.
You promised you wouldn't claim the child. I said good. Still a big mistake. So you're telling me she escaped Nilfgaard? Survived the wholesale slaughter of her kingdom?
I asked. She lied.
What if your princess is more than you bargained for?
I know that already.
Told Geralt I'd find a good room.
Isn't it castle? Your Highness, they're all shells.
Alrighty then.
Tisea said elven mages were dead.
She was wrong. Or lied. Neither's a shock. Did you dream of someone hidden in a robe?
A black robe. How did you know that?
I've dreamt of one in red. And her elven mage dreams of one in white.
Shared visions of differently colored robed folk.
You've been digging here for how long? Perhaps we're the key.
We found something!
Close.
Is that what we'll be doing here then? Studying monsters.
Yeah.
Yum.
So it's the man with the black-winged helmet.
And you want to kill him?
Yes.
Why?
I hate him.
That wasn't the answer he was looking for. Hoping for.
How did you spend your days when you first came here?
I was beaten and starved.
So this is where witches are hatched. I hope there's a plaque to commemorate your greatness. I hear that you have a daughter now.
She's not my daughter.
Well, in that case, I could take her in. She'd have the boys eating out of her hand.
And he says he's not a father.
When I find a princess, the last thing I'm gonna do is play knight.
Oh, hi.
Go to bed.
That sting did something to him, I'm sure.
First you say it's Ethelyn, and you say it's one of the old gods.
What designs would either have with two humans?
Something worked out. Turn your back to the forest. Those are some beautiful swords, man.
Geralt said I'd be protected here.
It's hard to do when I don't know who I'm protecting. Or what I'm protecting her from.
Fair. Yeah, this is definitely a smart place to probably be banging somebody.
Look on that wooden beast. Let me take on yours.
That was a good play on words. I like that. Yeah, he's turning tree. I hope you're a hentai fan.
Turn your back to the forest. Hunt, hunt. Turn your front to me.
That's some spooky shit, man.
I was hoping she'd do as I say.
Kids never do what you say. I told you how to fend for yourselves.
Uh-oh. They're humming.
You have nothing to hide here,
The path has been hard.
and the path forward will be harder still. But I can help you.
Oh, that's eerie as shit, man.
Or what if I told you that you could have power, and not of a meek sycophant, but as your own woman?
This isn't real.
Ooh.
I've been with child before. None have come to term.
But if it could, if I could help you, all you need to do is ask.
Yeah, that... Nope. Nope.
Zinfia. You're no longer bound. Why haven't you thought to portal yourself free?
I'm so confused as to what's kind of going on here.
Or rather, haven't
Felt it.
Some of these weird edits are just weird edits.
remember this lesson?
Like, that one was cool. But some of the ones that are, like, within the same shot, just like a weird little jitter. It's like, why even bother with that?
Very late. Very late.
Fucking parlor tricks! Yes. Denial. A tasty garnish.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Oh, hi. The fuck? That was cool, though. That was a cool effect. Oh. Oh, wow. Dude, he looks badass, though.
What's the quickest way out, girl? There's stairs to the north end of the hall, a turret to the south. I don't know. All right, come on. No, we have to stay. Geralt may be dead already.
Have at it. It all just gonna get impaled one way or the other, I guess. Hell yeah, man.
We need time. We can save you.
At this point, I just like you just gotta do what you gotta do. Ooh. So I wonder if he can pass on the infection or not, or if it had to be from the original that he fought. Oh, that was his emblem at the start of the episode.
If she really is that evil, why does she let you go?
Yeah. Damn.
Nowhere's safe now. You can't run from the world.
Did she lose her magic? This is like an existential thing, or that entity actually take her ability to use magic. That was a good episode. Editing was a little weird at times, but that was a good episode. Man, I loved all the bits of Kaer Morhen, man. I really did. I'll be honest. I might have to rewatch the bits with Yennefer and them, like, going into that temple and finding that hut, whatever that being was. That was like playing at their own kind of ambitions individually, their own faiths. Just seems a little shady. I don't know. I wouldn't trust no hut witch. I'm just saying. But I'm just kind of confused on where that was going to go. I'd appreciate if like anybody could clear that up in the comments, to be honest. That whole like sequence, while it was kind of cool what they were doing visually with that, I was mostly lost in what was going on. And I think a lot of it had to do with like the editing and the cutting back and forth or whatever. Like it didn't let me have any time to like sink in what was taking place. The stuff with Philivandrel was interesting. Like I like that play of Faith, how Faith took, and at least on their side of things, was playing a key role in their story, at least. Like I kind of got that, like her faith in Nilfgaard and all that, and what they are planning on doing. And then Yennefer, who doesn't really place her faith anywhere except in herself, and then the Elf Queen lady person who was looking for placing her faith in her people and trying to their ability to reclaim their land, what they have lost, what they have had taken from them. Like seeing how that all kind of came into play around them. And then on the flip side of that, you had like Geralt, like him stepping into the shoes of being this father figure for Cirilla, and how they've, open up a little bit with each other as him and Vesemir come in, and we start to see his story about, his first time coming there, him meeting Vesemir, the role that he played as a father to him, and like the talk between Vesemir and Geralt about that fatherhood. Is like, I'm not a father or whatever. I'm not trying to be, or whatever he's trying to say. And then Vesemir's like, I mean, that's pretty much the same situation. I didn't want to be. It was just the situation at hand. I taught you to survive. And that's where he was like, aha, light bulb. We should teach her. Because he was talking about, earlier in that he was just going to try to keep her safe and not bother her with any of the teachings of them or their ability to fight or anything like that. Because I guess in the beginning he's thinking that would just put her in harm's way. But he needed that reframing from his father figure. Be like, no, that's just how you prepare her to survive in this world. What if something happens to you and she's got to defend for herself? That's equipping her for the world. That's like, it's not anything other than that. I like that whole thing. And then we definitely have some like changing in the world around us that was referenced in both storylines in this episode that are taking shape in different ways. Like this Ledger, the tree thing that what's his face fought, somehow infected him, and that's new to them. And it's like, that's not a way that operates. And he started to turn into one. And this is definitely raising the stakes for them as Witchers, because their own are now vulnerable to to becoming monsters themselves. The very thing that they seek out to take out of the world to keep things safe. And also like that little play that Geralt had when he was talking to Ciri about, you know, if he did teach her, what would she do with that knowledge? And she's like, I want to kill the guy with the winged helmet. He's like, we don't kill out of fear or hate. I think he would have been nice to include that in there because she said, because I hate him. I was like, when he's like, sure, it's out of fear, but I would have liked a little bit to be like, he's like, or hatred or something like that. Just throw it in there, just cement it a little bit more. But I like how he's like, that's not what we do. We don't learn to do this. We don't go out and do this for personal gain, personal fears, personal vendettas, personal insecurities. We go out there to keep other people safe. That's the end of it. I like that. I liked all those moments in this, and her just like growing in her respect or curiosity for their ways and all that. It was really interesting. Set design, great. Monster design, great. The fight, great. Vesemir, was like I don't know. I really liked the chemistry between him and Geralt that we had in this episode as well. I don't know the actor's name that's playing him, but I really like their interactions. And I also liked seeing the camaraderie of the Witchers when Geralt came home, like that warmth that he was greeted with that the outside world just does not give them at all. And I liked seeing Ciri see that. Like, she got comfortable there with everybody real quick until Infected Boy came in and got all pissy, you know, and ruined the fun. But yeah, good episode. Definitely got some questions as far as where things are kind of, where the trajectories are going. I've got a lot of questions as for what's going on in Yennefer's side of the story. But guys, what do you think of the episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, you can join our Discord. Links down on socials down below as well. And before we go, remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, it's over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherrod, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yorick Horskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Jeffrey Hale, and various abominations. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's been another episode of The Witcher Down. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.